When you do trig, we're talking about only for right triangles. And before you do that, you want to know the ratio so, ka, toa, which means sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So you need to know SOHCAHTOA toa trig ratio is only for right triangle. So what you have to always know is the side that is across from 90 is always h, hypotenuse. Okay? So here you have 54 and you have h. And then from 54, you're going to look at x. The from 54 is on opposite side of that angle. This side is on the opposite across from the angle. This one is O. So you want to label each side. This is H, that's O, and then this is A. So what you need to find is the opposite side. So you have O and H labeled, so you want to use O and H, sine. Okay, because sine O is opposite of hypotenuse. These, you cannot use them. So what you're going to do is write sine 54 equals opposite of a hypotenuse. That's the ratio. So you have x over 11. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to solve for x. So you can use proportion, put it over 1, and cross multiply. Because when you have two ratios equal to each other, that's called proportion. You can cross multiply and use that to solve for a missing number. And anything can be written as over 1 as a ratio. So sine times sine 54 times 11 equals 1 times x, which is x. So you're able to solve that for the x. Now, I do not use TI-84, but I use something called decimals. So sine 54, you have to put this in the calculator. And I use something called decimals calculator. But what you need to do is you need to make sure that you go to TI-84 or any calculator, make sure you are in a degree mode. And what you're going to do is put sine 54 degrees, make sure you're in a degree mode, times 11, which is 8.89 blah, 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 right? So you can round to the 8.9 or you can round to 9. So the answer is x equal 8.89 or 8.9 in that area, right? Sometimes they like you to write like 3 digits, right? Or even 4 digits, okay? So that will be the answer for that. But make sure because this is in degrees, because you see the degree mark, make sure you are in a degree mode. There was another question here, number 2. This is the angle. This is 90. So anything always across from 90 is always hypotenuse. You have to look from this degree. And then this is opposite. This is adjacent. Adjacent means right next to the degree. So you always want to label it. And then see what is given. So here, H is labeled and 17 is given. So we're going to work with hypotenuse and adjacent. So which ratio should we use? So we have H and A. So here OH, AH, this one, right? So we're going to use cosine. So you're going to use cosine 52 degree equals A, which is adjacent. Right next to the degree is the angle is the adjacent. And then hypotenuse is always across from 90. So that's going to be our x. Okay? So we're going to cross multiply. So cosine 52 degrees times x equals 17 times 1, which is 17. Okay, and then if we want to find x, divide each side by cosine. 52 degrees, divide each side by cosine 52 degrees. Then that's going to give me x. X will be 17 divided by cosine 52 degrees. So you go to the calculator. Make sure your calculator, whatever the calculator you're using, is in degree mode. And you're going to put cosine, C-O-S. You're going to do cosine. And you're going to put the degree, which is 52 here. And then you're going to actually 17 divided by cosine, sorry, let me do this again. So 17 divided by cosine 52. And then I get 27.625 or 27.6. So I get x equals 27.6125, or you can say 27.6. So that's how you do this one.